Hello, Collective. Welcome to your reading. Collective, this is a general spirit check-in, not a one-to-one spirit check-in. So you might not resonate with all of this reading. You might not resonate with any of this reading. Whatever you do resonate with, please take what you need and leave the rest behind. I could be picking up on your energy or on someone else's energy who's in your life. So if you don't feel like I'm talking about you, then please switch the energies around. Okay? Creator, please bless this reading. Please bring in the knowledge and the wisdom of the Most High for the collective and for whoever comes into this reading. Thank you. What is the message, Creator? What is the message? What is the message for the collective? What is the message? What do you want the collective to know? What do you want the collective to know? What do you want the collective to know, Creator? What do you want the collective to know? And what's on the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups. All right, this is very interesting energy. Very intense energy. It's in this reading. Okay, just a minute here. Okay. Whew. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that somebody did not feel like they had a direction. There was like a lack of direction. There was no real goals, no real dreams. no direction. Somebody was procrastinating on kind of taking their own life by the reins, taking their life by the reins. They've accomplished, whoever this is, you or them, somebody has accomplished something, because you're in a page now. It's still young energy, but page follows the 10 of Wands. So, you were burdened about something. The 10 of Wands isn't here, but the Page of Wands follows the 10 of Wands. So this is following a great burden. And now that you are in the process of coming into new lands within your own life, whoever this is, there wasn't a lot of direction. There was a lot of procrastination, a lot of avoidance of taking your own life by the reins. And because of that, somebody, you or them, whoever, someone was creating conflict because they weren't happy with their own life. And they didn't know how to change it, and are thinking maybe they need to change it within this person or this relationship or that job or this situation or that situation, whatever. There was a sense of emotional immaturity. Somebody had a sense of emotional immaturity, whether this is you or them. But somebody else, or this could be you after whoever this is. This could be this person after a time of growth and learning and expansion, is the Queen of Pentacles energy. Very grounded, very practical, very independent. But for some reason in the current energies, there's a lot of conflict, there's a lot of competition, and a lot of conflict with you. That's what I'm feeling. Like there's people around you that are very, very, regardless if you're even aware of this or not. For some of you, you're not aware of this. You're just got your head down and you're doing your own thing and you're committed in this 10 of Cups that supports the entire reading. That's what I'm feeling is you, interesting. Holy smoke. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I mean. Like someone was avoiding taking responsibility for their life. And they were procrastinating, they were avoiding themselves, they were creating conflict with others. It brought them into now more conflict with you. And in the future energies of the relationship, what ended up ultimately happening was like a lack of results between you and this person. Oh, I'm just feeling like there was many years invested in this, but because this person won't let their feet hit the ground, they're not grounded. I'm getting this person can't ground their dreams, their goals. They have a really hard time grounding their visions. And because of that, they're trying to, I guess, work this out in their own lives by creating conflict with others because they don't know how to lay hold of themselves. And it just brought you into no results. There was no results in your relationship. It's almost like you felt like it was a waste of energy, a waste of time, a waste of resources just to end up here, just to end up where you are. You have all this time and energy spent and you have nothing to show for it. Except you or somebody else has nothing to show for it except for a hollow relationship with someone. So I'm feeling that you were very disappointed. You were seeing the emotional immaturity, maybe in yourself also, because you were ultimately um, watching either a part of this conflict or watching it happen. Either you were disappointed or you watch somebody else go through great disappointment because of emotional immaturity, maybe on both people's parts. That's true. Okay, thank you, Creator. The Creator is just giving me a quote by Stan Tatkin. Stan Tatkin is a relationship expert, and he said, "It's up to the most conscious one in the relationship to create the space and safety and safe environment for which both people can grow." Yeah, he said a lot of things actually. Yeah, that came really clear. So either way, somebody sees the immaturity. There was a lot right now you're experiencing, you or somebody else is experiencing a lot of obstacles, delays, a lot of frustration in your life, in their life. Either this is you or this is someone else's energy. And just very like a lot of greed because of it, because of the frustration and the struggle. It's almost like this person, whoever it is, they almost feel justified to be in a corruption, to go into corruption. Look at what I've had to put up with, like that kind of a thing. And they may not tell anybody this. This is probably how they justify it in their own minds. This is what I'm seeing. An outcome is kind of like an increase of resources, but not for the best outcome, not for the best investment. And somebody, whoever's feeling like there's obstacles, there's frustration, delays in whatever passions that this person is trying to embark upon, they will come into service. And that's what I'm feeling this is about, is their will to serve. And there's going to be, like, this person is very clever, very, very delicate, very subtle. They understand the subtleness, the subtle vibrations of life. It's almost like a delicate webs, delicate gossamer threads. This person's very, very brave. I'm feeling this is you. If this is you or not you, then it's somebody that you're watching. But whoever this is, this person's very, very brave. Very courageous, skillful. And interesting. Okay, so this is not your energy. This is someone else's energy. You know what I'm feeling this is about? I'm feeling like this is about, because Pluto's going back into Aquarius from like May, sometime in May, at the end of May or the middle of May or something like that, but within May till October. And then that's it. It's not going to be, Pluto won't be in Aquarius again for like another long time. I'm feeling that whatever this is like demonstrating to me like a final showdown. A final showdown. Because what I'm seeing here is these delays won't last long, because you're going to get determined. You're going to be determined. You're going to know what to do. You're going to know what to say. This is like you're going through like a Jello anointing here. And when you come out of the Jello anointing, when the Jello is thick and solid, within you, meaning your whatever's stirring in you, when that becomes thick and solid, you're going to know exactly what to do, and you're going to do it. This action brings you, I'm feeling this is your energy. This is going to bring you into a lot of abundance. But there's a greedy person here that's very corrupt. I feel like I'm looking at like a dinosaur, like a... Ooh. Oh, how do I say this? It's not making any sense, but it's going to make sense to someone out there. I'm getting Clan of the Cave Bear with this. And whoever you are, you're like... Okay, let's put it this way. Whoever this is, I feel like I'm looking at a dinosaur. And what I mean by that is the energy that this person has, they're hanging on to a physical reality that is in flux right now, like major flux. The world is changing. The world is totally changing. It's things are draining off the planet. Energies are draining off the planet. Since COVID, industries have collapsed that have never ever come back and will never come back. So I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who is standing on an old paradigm, a paradigm that is dissolving, that is collapsing, like a collapsing empire. I'm seeing like bricks tumbling, concrete smashed and broken and made into rubble, and this person's still hanging on to it. That's interesting. And you end up in the Queen of Swords in reverse, and I don't feel this is how you are. I'm feeling this is how this person sees you. This person deals with the world out of the back of their brain. Yes, they still use the front of their brain, their prefrontal cortex, but the back of their brain, they're often in like the flight or flight, the adrenal, the back of the brain is the reptilian brain. That's why I keep seeing this person as like a dinosaur. It's like they're operating out of their reptilian brain, even though they still function from the prefrontal cortex. It's like some of their most dominant operating systems come from the reptilian brain. I feel like whoever you are, I feel like you are, how do I say this, Creator? Okay, Caroline Mace says there's two types of humans on the planet: Homo sapiens, five sensory human beings, and Homo noeticus, multi-sensory human beings. And I'm feeling like you're a Homo noeticus, and this is a Homo sapien, but there's a certain kind of being that's not going to be on the planet for that energy is draining off the planet. What that energy goes with it, it's DNA, it's how do I say this? It's energetic signatures. So with that energy draining off the planet, I keep seeing Clan of the Cave Bear. Like, I don't know if any of you have ever read Clan of the Cave Bear, but the main character, Ayla, she's like one of the new people on the planet. They were all these homo Cro-Magnon. They were Cro-Magnon cavemen and women, and they didn't speak. They didn't have vocals. The book is incredibly detailed and incredibly written by Jane Owl. I think it's Aeul is her last name. But anyway, just a brilliant book. But anyway, Ayla is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed little girl that is raised by these Cro-Magnon. And the Cro-Magnon are dying out. Their DNA has evolved as much as it can. It can't evolve anymore. And Ayla is she's the new kind of new humanoid upon the planet. And it's a brilliant book that shows the end of one epoch and the beginning of another. And that's what I'm seeing here, is that you are like the new kind of human on the planet. And this is known in some circles, but it's not known mainstream. You know what I mean? And if it is, it's all kind of romantic, like it hasn't got real yet. But whatever's here is definitely real. Look at the battle. Look at the conflict. And look at how you end up being seen as like cruel and bitter and cold-hearted and closed off. Because they're not seeing you through their heart. They're seeing you from their reptilian mind, their reptilian brain. And that's what I mean. They don't see you. I feel like they don't even see you. Okay, let's do some. But here you are. Satisfied and happy and very content with not being seen by these people. It doesn't bother you at all. It doesn't bother you at all to be seen in the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's very interesting. I'm seeing like a very evolved person here. A very, very evolved person. Okay, Creator, what is the Page of Cups in reverse? What is the Page of Cups in reverse? Am I taking that? Yes. Okay. Okay. So the Page of Cups in reverse. With your disappointments, with emotional immaturity, and even the awareness of your own, created within you an ambition to better yourself and increase your own self-esteem and soul financing, energetic financing, your own sense of worth, to heal your own sense of worth. Whatever happened in this relationship in the past, it taught you a lot about yourself. And you're wanting to heal, and the Creator brought you toward a physical situation that you could begin to integrate that and move towards. See the mountains? Mountains house military and religious temples, ashrams, things like that, because of the power within the mountains. So you're sort of like ascending. You're going through an opportunity in order, the creator, the hand out of the sky, which is the upper world, bringing you an opportunity to ascend, to activate and implement your desire and your will to improve yourself. This puts power that you had formerly been committed to and loyal to, no more. It was no more. It was like ineffective to you. It's almost like when you went through this experience here, and I'm feeling this wasn't just one time, this was many experiences of self-improvement and improving and healing your self-worth, that little by little made a worldly power that had power over you ineffective, bit by bit by bit by bit, until your sovereignty was bigger than it, was bigger than this energy's power over you. Now your power was growing. You were moving away from this. I'm feeling like you wanted to, I didn't feel like you wanted to have reconciliation, because the way you're looking away from this emperor, I feel like you show of your hand what is only necessary. I feel like you seeked or sought forgiveness so that you could move on. Whatever the other person does, or whoever's at the other end of this conflict here, whatever they do is their work. But at least you, and I'm feeling like whatever happened here, like, it was a very, very deep wound, but it was something that needed to happen. It was something that needed to happen in order to release you and them from a contract. I'm feeling that was very entrenched. And whatever happened here, the Page of Cups in reverse, your own disappointment and understanding of yourself, of your own emotional immaturity, almost seeing like, how could I expect anything more from them? Like, hello, you know what I'm saying? But then you're looking at yourself and saying like, okay, we need to aim a little higher as far as vibration and people having self-esteem and their own self-love. Because if they can't love themselves, they can't love you. You came into a sense of acceptance. You didn't want to reconcile anymore, but you came into a sense of acceptance where you were okay with whatever happened. And your King of Swords, I see this as like your guardian. And you were slowly bringing your guardian down. You had been just very harsh, and almost seen as obstinate or however, but you were starting to accept that this is what it is. You can't change that. You can just accept it. But you were still guarded against it, though. Even though your guardian came down, your guardian was still very aware. You weren't, just because you were forgiving It was like, I'm almost hearing like, for example, I'm almost hearing like, don't confuse my kindness with weakness. You know, that's what I'm hearing. Okay. What is the Five of Wands, Creator? What is the Five of Wands? What is the Five of Wands, please, Creator? What is the Five of Wands? What is the Five of Wands? Wow, okay. So, when you accepted what is, I'm feeling like you spoke up about it. You not only spoke up, but you healed. There was a celebration, there was an acknowledgement, something you had done. I'm feeling like you publicly spoke up, or you were somehow publicly acknowledged for the work you had done in acceptance of this when you got through this conflict. But ironically, whatever you did to heal about this conflict created more conflict, and not even with you anymore. I don't think you were aware of it. But look how you're facing into the conflict, speaking of it, speaking about it, which then I'm feeling it revealed people to themselves. Maybe things they already knew. It gave somebody a great sense of like a lack of inner joy. There was like a great sense of dissatisfaction. It was the end of a cycle. It was karma. Karma had come. Karma had finally spoke up. And it was the end of a cycle. But this devil energy within this conflict was still hanging on. Was still hanging on. And through this conflict, you know, you are incredibly strong because like through this conflict, you came into a sense of self-acceptance. Self-acceptance, you developed a new perspective. And even though this energy seemed to have power over you, it had no, like I said, that Emperor energy was no longer effective. It no longer had power over you. It was no longer effective. And you found your freedom. You just accepted what is, accepted what was, about yourself, about the relationship. There was a lot of grieving, a lot of grieving. And I'm seeing the pouring out of the fish. Fish are like food of the deep. It's like soul food. This was food. Okay. So you came into self-acceptance, but this food of the deep that had sustained you while you were in this relationship, you no longer required this kind of energetic nourishment anymore. And you released, it's like you're pouring this cup out. You're pouring this cup out as you come into your Empress energy. Powerful. You could be having a baby, but you're definitely going to be creating something new. Just creating. You're going to be creating. You started creating. Maybe you had a baby, because this is in the past. Maybe you had a baby. Or you created something that was you, that was 100% yours. Creator, what is the Knight of Swords? And that's what I'm feeling. Whatever this is was a service, some sort of service. Is connected, because this is the future. This is the future, and so is this. And collective, I don't clarify these corner cards because these are outcomes, okay? And these cards often clarify the outcomes much clearer. I could clarify them, but they're just gonna say the same thing. It's like splitting of hairs. So this Empress, whatever you have created, was toward an act of service. And it's so interesting because I can't get this image out of my mind that you're rushing in towards yourself. This song was in my head for like 4 days. It's by Lionel Richie, and it goes like this. Stuck on you, got a feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. Yes, I'm on my way. Mighty glad you stayed. And I feel like this is between you and yourself. Like this is you rushing towards yourself. You going into service that honors you. That's what I'm feeling. That's very, very beautiful. And your soul is acknowledging that. I'm feeling like that song. I'm feeling like it relates to this reading in some way. I feel like that song is like the voice of your soul. Very honored by your strength and your commitment toward yourself. Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay. So the energy that's coming up towards you is a struggle. You are in your Queen of Wands energy, very determined, full of joy, because you're honoring yourself. You're creating from your space of joy, from your heart, from your true being. It's authentic to you. But there's a conflict that is still not finished. This could be an inner conflict, or people around you that are just in a sense of competition with you because of how strong you are, wanting to diminish you almost, like yes. And it's not even necessarily conflict. I feel like you are okay. It's a kind of a boldness. This is a kind of a boldness because the Queen of Wands is looking right at this, and it's a kind of a boldness. You're speaking with a boldness that is offending somebody, that is a truth that is non-negotiable. It is bold. It is landing on the earth like a buffalo with all four hooves, and it's a burden to someone. This will be a burden to someone. It will feel cruel even. But I think that someone is going to be you were okay, that's it. You're speaking very boldly towards somebody who is being very cruel. And people who are cruel, maybe you're going to be calling people out, maybe you're going to be protecting the underdogs, like some sort of a spiritual warrior. It's going to be helping people. That's your service, is helping people remove authorities, just like you had done with the Emperor energy here. I'm feeling you're going to be helping people remove old systems of authority that no longer serve them from their lives. And helping people through the chaos of change. The chaos that happens when truth comes in. Yeah. And making room for that part of the healing that comes right before we calm. In the midst of the storm is still that mental restless energy where you still think there's something to do, and maybe there is, but you're still in that mental restless energy, expecting a fight, expecting a battle, expecting more of a battle. And I'm feeling that's like the remnants of the dregs of this energy that you've been cleansing yourself from, this authority energy, and helping people go through their own process of it. Look at this. You've got the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, and they're facing each other. I'm seeing this almost like the Ark of the Covenant, with the two cherubim that sit on the ark and face each other, and within is the glory of God. This is the struggle. This is initiation. Initiation is never handed to us. Oh, here you go. It's easy and there's no struggle and you're entitled to it. Here you go. Like, no. Initiation will cost you everything. It costs us all everything. We're given back we're given back in ways we can't even comprehend because of what we choose to give up for the sake of the truth, for the sake of the growing truth within us. And that's what I see you doing, is helping people through this process of evolution. Helping people become their own Queen of Cups and Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups. Very nurturing energy, very determined, full of joy, and very courageous. That results in loving, nurturing energy because you know the struggle. See, I think of Debbie Ford's book, The Dark Side of the Light Chasers. People that don't know the struggle, that they avoid the struggle, they spiritually bypass the struggle. Their Queen of Cups they're not a Queen of Cups. It's like a fake mask that can't be endured. Like, it's not endurable because it doesn't have any substance to it. And that's what I mean. There was no faking it here. You did the work, and because you've done this work, look at this self-acceptance coming out from under a devil with the closure of a contract. I'm just seeing somebody who is incredibly clear, incredibly strong, and who knows themselves and who trusts themselves, and whom the Creator has given a lot of authority to. The Empress, queens rule like a country. The Empress rules countries. I'm feeling like wow, yeah. Okay. So for the King of Pentacles now. Yep. Okay. Holy. Okay. Okay. So for the King of Pentacles, and this is coming up in your future also. Someone's going to be making a judgment, a final decision about their future. Or about something. It's going to be a final decision that's going to have lasting effects. This decision yeah, it's like just a minute here. Yes, okay, I see. Okay. So what's going on here is that I'm feeling that you are going to be making a final decision about this King of Pentacles energy, this dinosaur energy. And that you cannot create with this energy anymore. You don't want to create with this energy anymore. That this is an energy that is no longer, it's like a false sense of success. You know, a false sense of success, like, okay, the Creator's saying, lay not your treasures up where dust and moths do corrupt. So a person can, like, you know, invest, you know, if your face is your fortune and your body is your fortune, like, you know, and you haven't developed you haven't developed your own sense of self-esteem, your own sense of self-worth, then your success is fleeting. You're not going to enjoy it for long because you don't have a sense of substance to you. And that's what I'm feeling is you don't want to be you just don't want to honor those kind of relationships anymore. You can't give to these kind of relationships that are only surface. It's all about the image. It's all about the accomplishments. It's all about what kind of car you drive, what kind of house you have. Do you have a Louis Versace or whatever the hell it is? I don't even know these brand names of these Louis Vuitton or whatever, if that's even right, bags. And your acknowledgement of that gives you hope, gives you a lot of hope for you. It also, you know, because you're unplugging from the culture. You know, the root word of culture is cult. And we all grow up in it, you know, within the, you know, trying to fit in by what we wear and how we walk and how we talk and what we say and how we look and how we do our hair and blah, 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 so on and so forth, right? But as you deepen and mature, those kinds of authorities no longer matter. And you have a growing hope within you, within returning back to your own innocence. And you're happy. You know, there's going to come a time it's like you don't want to create. You don't want to create with this energy anymore. And you accept whoever these people are at the other end of this relationship, even this this King of Pentacles here, this dinosaur, you accept this person as they are. You're not trying to change them, but you also just can't honor it anymore. You just don't want to be around it anymore. And it brings you into trusting more, exposing the subterfuge of the moon, exposing more of the illusion that you had been creating from, the illusion that you are now making the final decision about. Whatever success you have, it will come from the inside first and go to the outside. And you know, the world really, really needs that. You know, where is honor today? Where is honor? Where is loyalty? Oftentimes business, those don't belong in business, but they do. But they do. You know, and that's what I'm feeling is this is gonna be exposing to you the subterfuge of the moon, the illusions that sustained you under this King of Pentacles energy that was like, and I'm feeling that's like the energy of Pisces, because we're leaving the age of Pisces and we're entering into the age of Aquarius. And that's what I feel this energy also is. It's like a dinosaur. It's like the end of an era. The dinosaurs, once they were gone forever. They never ever came back. They were gone. You know? And so that's what I'm feeling is there's going to be people within this energy that is going to be following you and making their own decision to leave, no longer create in a way that is outward only. They're going to go through their own inner understanding themselves, being weighted down by truths. I'm not going to want to create and manifest with that kind of energy anymore and understand their own illusions. And it is the breaking of a cycle. It is a breaking of a cycle. And that's why you are so happy, because you've released yourself from this King of Pentacles energy. You have released yourself, cycle breaker. Oh my gosh. And this is why people see you as very satisfied, very emotionally stable, and like you have a sense of energetic luxury. Like you're very luxurious. In some way, you're very luxurious. Okay. Creator, can we have an Egyptian Gods Oracle card to tie off this reading, please, to close it off? Now that we've pulled the secrets from the cards, Creator, what would you like the collective to know? Skill. Yes, skill. This is what's coming up for you in your future also, is your capacity to teach. Yes, that makes perfect sense. Because the more you teach others about what you've learned and what you know, the more you release yourself and teach yourself and reinforce this knowledge within you. Activate it. Pita, skill, number 15. When number 15 is broken down, it becomes the 6. Beautiful. 6 is the most beautiful number in the numerological system because it denotes a spiral. 6th. It symbolizes a spiral, so it's like inward. God and patron of craftsmen and architects, as well as of knowledge and know-how. He is an engineer, bricklayer, blacksmith, and artist. He is depicted as a mummified man with a beard, holding the Ankh scepter, the symbol of life, and the Jed staff of power, a symbol of stability. Holy smoke. It's almost like, look at the scepter you're holding here too. Power, holy smoke, this is intense. Pitta provides you with the state of effortless concentration, bringing you lightness and familiar skill. He will make it easy for you to perform all manner of operations. Under his influence and through serene objectivity, you have the chance to transform your work into play and develop the power of mental development, the ability to transform things, or the capacity to awaken passions, but also to dominate them. Beautiful. So this is, I'm seeing this as like the alchemical force that has power over the elements. Which one is that? Alchemical force. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing here. Like, and what is that? Oh, what was that saying? I heard this at work tonight a couple times, and now I know why. Master of none. How does that say going? How does that saying go? Man of all trades, but master of none, or something like that. And that's where we're going. You have to have multiple skills now, multiple trades, multiple. You can't just be a master of one anymore. You got to be a master of multiple. Like Ram Dass talked about when he said, you know, he'd be up meditating with God. And then he said the kind of car that he drove all the time, he had to check the oil all the time. So then he would leave the meditation, leave these purple and beautiful hues of purple and gold, the dimensions within his highest consciousness, and then come down onto the earth, pack up his stuff, go out to the car. And he said, imagine that, I was just with God and now I'm checking the oil. You know, and I remember how that blew my mind, because I was under the assumption that as long as you're with God, you don't have to check the oil. But I was so delusional, you know, I was delusional in my own way, thinking that enlightenment is going to alleviate, I don't know, I was like completely like a delusional. Okay, you guys, enough of the rambling here. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading. And I hope you find this reading useful. I hope you find it helpful. And I hope you can take it forward with you into your lives. Alrighty, you guys, you have a beautiful night, and I will see you in the next reading. Okay.